What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Granularity.ai tutorial. So this one is going to be fairly quick. This one is pretty simple to put together and can be done in a short amount of time. So I'm hoping this video kind of goes under 20 minutes. But mainly the thought behind this is creating a AI agent process that's able to develop other agents for you and is reproducible. This is kind of the I think main goal behind AI agents is not only have it perform processes and work for you, but also for it to produce other agents that can be helpful in whatever you're trying to develop or whatever you're trying to automate. So let's begin by installing a few packages first. So first is going to be AutoGen, of course. And then from there, we have AutoGen dot agent chat dot contrib agent builder. Now this is a pretty important package, as this is kind of the package that is the main so this is import and this is from. So this is a package that mainly kind of gives the agent the ability to build other agents specifically. Maybe in another tutorial, I'll give a larger video that kind of dictates how we can not only create an automated process, but then have an agent builder build agents as we go if needed and included in the automated process, kind of like a self-fixing kind of mechanism. So I am going to kind of copy and paste these from a past project to make things go a little faster. So please make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you like or dislike, suggest, comment, leave feedback so I know what you guys like and dislike and are able to kind of give you what you need and what you want. So anyways, first we're going to set the configuration file, which is very important. So we got config underscore file underscore or environment equals. And this is where I have my configuration list stored. And then we have LLM config equals, make the temperature 0. Temperature 0. And then configuration list config list equals autogen dot config list from JSON. And we have config file or environment, and then filter dictionary, which basically tells us which model we want to use from OpenAI. So I don't know how many of you guys know this, but Microsoft, which owns the AutoGen, or I guess is the creator for the AutoGen framework, sits fairly close to Microsoft. So 9 times out of 10, if you are looking to use AutoGen, OpenAI is kind of the thing that you want to use most of the time. And then we have 0125. 0125, yes. Cool. So let's kind of keep going. Now for this, we're going to have a start task definition. This is kind of going to be used to automate the building of agents. I'm going to copy and paste this because it is a large function. So here we have, I'm going to copy this in right quick. Definition start task, execution task, So we have the group chat initiated within this as well, saying max around 12. Let's kind of increase this, maybe let's try 20 for this. Because I think usually I may have maxed it out to like 15 or something, or 50 for past projects. And then we have the manager also included in this function. And then, yeah. So once we kind of have that written, we then want to kind of create the builder or initiate the builder at least. Agent builder. And then for this, we're going to say config. We want file or environment equals config file or environment builder model equals, and we want still the builder model to be GPT. Maybe if you have if you want to use GPT, let me just copy and paste this in. If you want to use GPT 4.0 in this, feel free. Just for me, the 3.5 is just cheaper, to be honest. But yeah, just keep that in mind. That obviously the cost for newer models is going to be more expensive. So I'm very much a cost savings type of guy. So yeah, if it's not needed, I don't really use it. And then we have our builder. So builder agent 3.5. Nice. Okay, we're making good progress. Now we're going to kind of piece it all together. We have the agent list that we're going to end up creating, the list of agents that this agent, the agent builder, will create, so that we can kind of save it somewhere to maybe use again. And then builder dot build building oh, that's why. Building task. There we go. Building task. And then we want to include our configuration file in this as well, or configuration list, whatever you want to call it. And that kind of helps in, do we spell builder correctly? Builder. Why am I getting... Builder's not defined. We'll figure that out later. And then let's kind of keep going with this. Not sure. Let's keep going. So then we're going to have start task with this as well. And so I kind of have a short prompt for this one, for the execution task. And I'm going to copy and paste this in real quick. Okay. And then, so find a recent paper about GPT-4 on arXiv and find its potential applications in clinical trials and make it into a markdown. And then we want the agent list to be created, agent list. And we're not going to ask it to code in this. We're kind of just going to kind of decide whether it wants to code or not. So as you can see, this is a very, very, very small piece of logic here that can be very powerful, especially with us kind of encompassing all that work in terms of the group chat and the manager into one little start task function. It's really helpful and can really, really make things run a lot quicker. So anyways, let's kind of run these packages real quick. Let me see here. Okay. Cool. So we have it running on this side. So we have it, let's kind of have it looking like this. I don't know why I decided to run on this side, but it's all good now. So let's keep it going. So then we're gonna run these packages real quick. Nice. And then let's keep it going. Run these. Beautiful. And then let's have it kind of run this function we created. Nice, no issues yet. And let's have it run this. Nice. And then I'm not entirely sure why this one is having an issue. Let me see here. Can I spell it wrong somewhere? No. Let me see. Builder. Ah, now I know where I'm forgetting. I'm missing something. So one thing that I forgot is to, so this is the builder, my apologies. While we forgot to include the builder task. So this is kind of the task that we want the builder agents to adhere to. So here we go. Boom. So in this task, we have generate some agents that can find papers. Let me kind of open this up. Generate some agents that can find papers on arXiv by programming and analyzing them in specific domains related to AI and clinical trials. So now this kind of helps in running this all together. Let's copy this, make sure it's spelled correctly. Building task, not builder. There we go. Beautiful, everything's going correct. So now let's kind of go back to what we were running before. Oh. And so now let's run it over again. So we have, we're gonna run it from here. Let's do it from here all the way down to here. Let me kind of make sure this is to the side. There we go. Nice. So then we're gonna run this one here. Let me kind of push this up. So then we're gonna run this agent list that combines everything together. Nice. And as you can see, it begins to kind of create those agents. So we have generating agents, system message, da 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 da. We have a natural language processing expert agent, machine learning expert, healthcare analytics expert, data mining, blah, 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 blah. And so all these agents have been created as well as their description. So later I'm going to show you how to kind of download their description so that you can use it for your own beck and call. So let's kind of then start the task for them to kind of do the find a recent paper about GPT-4o on arXiv, relating it to clinical trials. So as you can see, it begins. Oh, temperature. Let's go ahead and temperature. There we go. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. And so then let's just kind of run this all real quick. Actually, let's run it till about here. Have it recreate those agents. And then when it's done, we'll start it over again and let it complete this task. Nice. So as you can see, I found a recent paper related to GPT-4 on arXiv. Here are the details. Blah, blah, blah. Potential application for GPT-4 in clinical trials. So as you can see, it's kind of all looking through how we can kind of use it all There is no code for the last one must execute. Group chat should let other participants do. If the group chat manager wants to end the conversation, you should let the blah, 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 terminate. Great elaboration of potential applications for GPT. As a machine learning expert here, specializing in, I can further elaborate on the potential applications in clinical trials on the information provided. Detect Llama finding vulnerabilities in smart contracts using large language models. Additional potential applications of GPT-4 in clinical trials, risk prediction and stratification, adverse event detection, so forth and so on. So as you can see, it was able to kind of not only build agents that we can use, but also find recent papers about GPT-4 on arXiv that have potential applications in clinical trials for us, and then list kind of the ideas that it has when it comes to using GPT-4 in clinical trials. Now, one other thought that I want to bring out is saving these agents, right? So once we have all these agents that we've built, we kind of want to make sure that we're able to kind of have the ability to look back on, right? We kind of want to make sure that we save the data, save the descriptions and titles for them. So then that's when you include this saved path equals builder save command. So let's go ahead and run this real quick. And that saves the descriptions and titles for these agents into a JSON file that looks like this. So as you can see, Jerry says I can find papers on arXiv, Here's the natural language processing expert. Here's the description for it and system message. Here is the machine learning expert. So you can kind of reuse these system messages and the descriptions and other agents that you might build later on. Clinical research expert, data mining. This can be really helpful when you're trying to figure out how to create maybe not the, I wouldn't say perfect, but Loctite descriptions for certain personas in agents that you're looking to create. This can be extremely helpful not only in reproducing agents, but also extremely helpful in curating instructions for agents. So anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give us a like. Please give us a subscription or dislike. Make sure you comment. Make sure you leave feedback. It's always helpful. And stay tuned for the next one. Bye-bye.